by Fredo for this game. So let's take the game ahead, Fredo, here. So I think the first game would definitely dictate the tempo, which we have already talked about, right? If the side of Onyx Esports, they can dominate the early game, they can pretty much snowball. If Sacred Shine takes the game to a very late game, I think they can turn the tables around quite easily.
I also feel the same, man. They can definitely turn the tables around. It will definitely depend on that early game snowball that both the sides will be looking for here. And of course, the junglers here tonight are not really backing off either on trying to show off their skills in the early game. Arturio could be taken down very, very low. There comes the damage from the Selena. And with that, Arturio able to use that Revitalize to sustain much, much more longer, and the Ring of Punishment as well. Not really helping here. But yeah, with that, both the roamers will be forced to recall within the first minute itself. And this just sets the tone, that these mid laners, this mid duo that both sides have, are always trying their best to look for the control.
Absolutely. I think the mid duo control has to be constantly there, even to provide the information. As for the side of Team Onyx Esports, they have a very good information source through the Selena's trap. They can easily know where the people are, where the teams are, and how they can actually just, give the advantage to each other. So the rotation, which will be surprising for the side of team. Oh, wait a minute. On the mid lane, Arturio is in trouble, but able to get out of the harm's way. Fanny. Oh my god. Owner wanted to go in, but not yet. I think the turtle needs to be get prioritized out here by the side. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my god. But now Ben Satro could be falling as well. Oh my god, electrifying beats though. Coming in really handy here. Romcom with the bravest fighter. The buff will get taken away. Owner will be really saddened here. He just lost his blue buff. And you know what the Fanny is without a blue buff right now. The side of Onyx Paradox are really, really behind already in the first.
Oh. Yep, and this is more trouble. You can see they're not really letting go. Fate, he rotated all from the bot way to the turtle pit to help his team. And I like the fact, how the side of team Krishine does this thing. Like anytime one of the members are taking a fight, all 5 of them accumulate around each other and they just, make it a 5v3, 5v4, 5v5 sometimes. But again, this turtle, I think, Team Onyx Esports, they will not even get a sniff of it, as Team Sacred Shine will just take it for themselves so easily.
Yep, and with that, somebody could be in trouble here. Big Brain coming in with that. But no, the Flicker will still not be able to help him survive. Eve with the RWM, and with that Bravest Fighter being used here by Romcom. The dash just takes him away inside the turret, but he won't commit onto a Gatot Kacha. Owner being invaded in his own jungle area. Fate is the one taking away that creep. Owner is being deprived of his farm right now, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Oh my god, recall is also being cancelled. My goodness, this panic pick here is not really looking good at all here for Onyx.
Technically on paper, the side of Onyx Esports should dominate the early game, but for some reason, the side of Sacred Shine are not really giving too much of a room for them to do that. Even by taking away the purple buff, the pressure has constantly been there. I think this is the third blue buff in the map for the side of the team Onyx Esports, but Fanny just got 2 of them. But again, up top, Romcom versus Kezanki, but this is a never-ending battle. Mid lane, a bit of hope, but I don't think it'll translate to a kill. But up top to a 2v1, I think Kezanki is still okay out here. Does not want to be too much of a part. But again, you see the small pressures that have been created just like this on the map.
Yep. Okay, now though, there could be a big fight erupting. It's a very good Throne of the Ruins being placed here, but the RWM as well dishing out a lot of damage. Romcom will be able to get 1, 2 more down. Fate coming in with that last insanity. Kazansky will fall as well. And like that, okay, once though, Owner comes in. Owner wants to take down Fate, but Fate will be able to survive. Silver of HP. That is probably that golden turret shield there, which gives that extra damage reduction in the early game that saved him.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And you can see also the gold plating from the top tier 1 is taken away by Romcom, so the lead is going to be just getting broadened and broadened. If we talk about the items, 3 of the members from Team Sacred Shine has already completed their first item, so this is going to be a problem. But once again, Romcom going with the zone while the team is taking the turtle, so another turtle, more gold lead. Onyx Esports, they're losing a lot of the economy around the map.
Yep, and that's why it's going to be really, really difficult for Owner as well, who is struggling to find a
Oh,
single jungle creep. But
that's
that
it.
basic attack,
Wait.
oh
Oh,
my god, does not take him down. Lucky there, but now his buff is the one getting targeted by Van Satoru, and Van Satoru takes it away as well. Kazansky is
Rocco.
trying his best to sustain, but there is not enough sustain available for him. The AOG as well getting popped off here. Sacred Shrine just dominating in the enemy jungle area at this point, and there is nothing that Onyx can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way the side of team Sacred Shrine has enabled their members, enabled the team fight is very difficult to actually get past that because there's very less room for them to actually go and mark down onto a speed. Because if we take a look at Owner, he has the buff, he has a Fanny who can technically go and mark the backline, but so far the way the front line has enabled speed has been
Ooh.
so on point that there's nothing much that Owner can do. And the Fanny, if he cannot get the snowball early on, if he cannot get the kill, but Romcom, oh my
Oh my
goodness, he just
god.
went in just like that and doesn't even care. That's a Garud Kacha, I tell you. That's a Garud Kacha is jumping onto it's not even a squishy target and still is not even, you know, having a sweat about it. But still, Owner this time without a purple, what can he do?
Yep, what can you do without a purple? You cannot even take his own buff right now, and that's where the Fanny really struggles. Especially when your early game is bad, you really struggle. Oh my god, Romcom going to the mid lane. That was a very, very bad
Oi!
overextension, but you won't get punished for it. But the one who gets punished instead is Peridot, who does not recall immediately. Owner with the cables trying to get through as well. A good setup coming here from Kazansky, but no follow from his teams either. But Romcom could fall here. He uses the flicker to get away. Fate as well. His shield getting chunked down here. Kazansky might be the only one left, but he uses the flowing blood to get away. The nick of time. Van Satoru. He set his eyes on the blue buff once again. Let's see if he gets it. No, he does not. Owner able to take it away. But oh my god, Erensky, that burn from the Scorch is not going to take him down. Luckily, oh my god, Onyx Esports, every single move on the map for them is almost like, playing with the blade's edge.
But Fate has lost his Rug armor, but still will be okay so far. It's not too much of a trouble. But again, Mansaturo going in.
Oh, Kazansky is forced to use that flowing blood once again to get out of harm's way. But now Artorio coming in from behind, another flowing blood coming in. But that will be a turret going down up top for Onyx Esports as Sacred Shrine are still looking for more. They do not seem to back off. They have already set their sights on this turtle. But look at that, Owner arriving as well from backline. He wants to go in for Bid, it seems. Bid with the flicker, able to escape. But now Romcom. Okay, it will not be Romcom, but Artorio instead, who will be falling here. A prize for that turtle that they just paid. But Van Satru, he's trying to zone out the members, and this could be another second tower here up top for Sacred Shrine.
Yep, the first second tier that should be falling very soon from the side of Team Onyx Esports. But again, I think Erensky wants to defend it down, wants to hold on to the turret for a bit longer, because if they lose more turret, then they will be losing a lot of map space, which they technically would not want, because one, they have to secure the blue for the Fanny, which they have not been able to do for the longest time. And with the mid tier one has already taken down, it's very difficult. But again, the taunt connects onto the spade, but Vansaturo wants to steal away the purple once again, and they're not even trying too hard to, deny the purple. They're just walking in, stealing it away, and just like that. But again, Owner, did not get owned this time around by Romcom, but he gets a stun. But I think that should be just a warning shot from the side of both these teams. They should not take a fight just yet because there's no objective. There's nothing to fight about. And if they lose members, they might just lose the positioning on the Lord. They might lose the advantage on the Lord. But again, talking about the economical lead, it's almost 6k. But again,
there's a lot of damage being done here. But with that, let's see if Erensky will be able to escape. All the members taken down very, very low. Take a look at that positioning of the RWM from Bid. I mean, only mid laners could actually judge that. Me not being a mid laner, I would not like to say anything about it except the fact that it looks pretty good. The positioning, just allowing the members to dish out the maximum amount of damage while slowing down the members as well. So yeah, with that, a pause comes up though. Hopefully, the issue, whatever which team is facing, let it be the ping, let it be anything else. Hopefully, it does, is solved
resolved.
so that we can have
Yep.
a better match.
Yeah, and it's just like 2 for 5 on the board, but it seemed like we had so many kills, so many fights around the map, right? Like
Yep.
it's so brawly. The game has been so brawly. Like every minute of the game, we have seen a fight for sure. Like I think if not a minute, then at least like 90 seconds, there has been a fight breaking out around the map. And so far, I think Onyx Esports, they have not got themselves a good foothold where they can actually just, sit and ideally think what they can do. They have been constantly on the run by the pressure the side of Segregation has been putting onto them. And if you see them leaning phases as well, they're not really winning it out. The jungle, they're not really able to secure. The pressure the Fanny should have along with the Selena in the early game, coupled with the Garud Kaja, I think is completely lost. The early advantage pressure from the invader of Sacred Shrine, the way they have to just go to is way too good. If you go back to him, I think there's so much peel available for him to just get out. And you talk about getting out, Homecom did a miraculous escape, didn't he, with the flicker onto the bot lane.
Yeah, that was a very, very, good escape. And actually, that was one of those moments where they could have taken down a member, but they still did not fall here into the mid lane, though. A lot of pressure being put here by Secret trying to try and take down this tier 2. Take a look at Fate. Being a goal laner, he should not be the one doing the job of zoning out, but actually, he's just sharing the responsibility right now with Mr. Romcom, of course. Bottom side, though, Van Satru as well. Take a look at the level difference already between the junglers. Even with the fact that Fanny has a lot of mobility. Oh my god, they're going in, they're going all in, they're rolling it out inside the enemy base area. No. A lot of skills being placed right now. Van Satru takes a big brain, but still able to escape from that control by owner. But the retribution might take him down. That is the overreaction. That is of discipline that I was talking about. That could happen here. And that is exactly what happened there. They have just lost their jungler who was almost level 15.
Yeah, man. A bit of overextension can always hurt you a little bit, but this time they just lost their gold. I mean, jungler is still fine, I would say, because they're not losing too much around the map. Blade is really all by himself. The Fanny can mark him down, but again, does not have the purple, so can limit it to the things he can do, limited to the movements he can do again. But Fate lost his Ragar Mark. Though. Oh, flicker.
Okay, the placement of the glorious pathway just allows Fate to escape. There's like a barrier between the two sides, actually, the way Artorio just put it there. But honestly speaking, I feel like the guy who can actually turn things around here could be Erinsky and Kaczynski here, because both these guys, they have the heroes which can turn things around in teamfights. But man, taking a look back once again, Kaczynski was actually doing a 4v1, zoning out members. Van Satru went for the backline. He went for big brain, but of course, Owner, the one who punishes him for that engage. Now though, take a look at the engage coming in once again. The AOG lands very well, and Bit will fall. Peridot takes him down, and with that, the stun lands as well, but Peridot will of course fall as well. That is the price they have to pay for that kill onto Bit. Fate and the rest of the members, they're trying to sink the minion waves right now. But take a look at Owner as well. Owner knows if all the lanes come at at the same time, they probably would not have enough lane clear to deal with it, because I mean, of course, you have a Selena. How many lanes can you keep clearing, right? So, good job there, trying to clear the lanes faster.
True indeed, because I feel the wave clear is not the best from the side of team Onyx Esports. Aggression, they can put a lot of pressure, but again, look at the warning shot from Van Satru. Just 2 dashes, and Big Brain is down to like 20 or 30% HP, but Lord is coming crashing down. Aggression, do push.
And there's no way that Onyx Esports can defend it except losing some bodies out there. But let's see if they can do that without losing bodies or not. It definitely does not seem to be the case. Honor could fall here. A lot of HP down here. Kaczynski as well, forced to use the flowing blood to get away. Actually, it was a flicker that was bit right now. But Honor going in and put a lot of damage onto Bit. Bit still does not fall. I don't really know what the emblem is. I feel like that could have been the tenacity just saving him there. But yeah, that was not the best damage that you would expect from a level 13 Fanny, honestly.
I think the lack of items at this point, you can see the Fanny just have 3 items. Not enough. I mean, it should be enough technically against squishy members, but still not really enough against Eve in this case. But again, another fight here, taking out.
With that, the AOG could be coming in any time, but Peridot will still get taken out. Romcom in a 2v1 right now. He goes in with that, and he takes away the maniac. I won't say it was the maniac, but yo, Romcom inside the tower, he takes that kill. And now, Sacred Shrine are looking for the shrine of Onyx Esports to worship. They're going in for the base, and look at Van Satru. He does not really hesitate to go for the fountain as well. Every single thing being used here, and they take down the base. Onyx Esports have been defeated in the first game in this BO5 Grand Finals.
Yep,